Japanese surgical face masks. If you come to Tokyo for the duration between the winter or autumn and up on the way to spring, you will see quite a lot of people, especially in Tokyo, wearing surgical face masks. And lots of people have been wondering why. So today we are going to talk about 10 facts why Japanese people need surgical face masks. One of the most common reasons that most people know is do not get a cold. So it's kind of don't get it and don't give it. So some people wear those masks in order to protect themselves from germs that are flying around, and others wear it because they are already not feeling well and they don't want to pass it on to others. So it's a common courtesy to not pass it on to your colleagues or to your fellow students, for example. Especially on the crowded trains in the big cities, that's an area where lots of people are coughing and sneezing and not covering their mouth a lot of the time. In that case, those masks come in pretty handy. Those ones are usually the general white masks that people are using. In springtime, you'll also get a different set of masks who is sometimes in a different consistency, they're different thickness, and those ones are designed to actually keep hay fever contained in that sense. All the pollen that is flying around during that time is supposed to get filtered from the mask, and you're supposed to have less of a reaction to hay fever during that time of the month. So loads of people in spring will wear those masks to protect themselves at least a little bit. With some masks, you'll see, okay, will keep viruses and bacteria out, it will keep pollen out, but also PM 2.5. Now, PM 2.5 is a type of pollution that is apparently coming over from China. They feature that a lot on Japanese TV, so in order to protect yourself from that certain kind of pollution, you're advised to wear a face mask if the PM 2.5 alarm goes off in Tokyo. Many people also wear those masks to keep their face moisturized. You have to think that many office buildings do not have windows or windows that you cannot open. In that case, with the air conditioning running constantly, the air gets very, very dry, and as a result, your lungs get dry and you might actually get easier a cold if this area is kept dry. So therefore, some people wear face masks for that. My recommendation actually is wearing it on an airplane because the air will be very dry and at least this area will keep moisturized if you put on a face mask. Also, in winter, imagine yourself, you put on a hat, you put on a warm coat, you put on a scarf, but your face is still cold. So what loads of people do is wear a face mask to keep at least this area of the face nice and warm in winter. And in summer, as in comparison, there are some certain face masks like this one here that come up a little bit higher and they're supposed to cut away UV. So it's a UV protection that you can put on over your sunscreen to protect your face a little bit more from the rays of the sun. So in winter and in summer, there are again different masks that can help you out. Not in this collection, but I saw them a couple of months ago, are flavor masks. These masks have a certain smell, and when you put them on, you smell good, the air around you smells good, and everything else smells good. It's good for people who don't like strong smells and want to keep that out. Also, some of the flavor masks were supposed to help you lose weight because they had fruity flavors that were supposed to help you a little bit with your digestion system and were supposed to speed that up a little bit. That might just be a clever marketing strategy. However, it seemed to work for a couple of months while those ones were still on sale. Some people also use those face masks to hide their identity because if you wear a face mask, one part of your face is not visible. If you top this up with sunglasses, it's pretty hard to tell who you are. So a couple of famous celebrities here in Japan also wear those face masks to conceal their identity if they're going shopping or maybe want to go and date someone and they're not allowed to. There are other reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with health. Some people wear those masks, and especially ladies apparently do that to prevent them from getting bothered by other people. Once you cover a certain part of the face, you're less approachable, and some girls found if they put on the face mask and maybe their earplugs and listening to music, less people will approach them on the streets or maybe chatting them up. So if you pick a black mask, it will make you look instantly a little bit intimidating and less people might approach you. Also, what many ladies here in Japan do when they do not wear makeup and they want to quickly pop out and don't want to put their whole makeup on just because they want to go to the shop and don't want to be seen without makeup, many ladies pop on these masks. I've seen also quite a lot of models before they come and do, for example, a makeup shoot, they come with no makeup, so which means they're wearing a mask, and once they take off their makeup again, they wear a mask and go off again like this. So it's actually a special thing that ladies here in Japan do when they don't want to be seen without any makeup on. finally, of course, there's also a fashion aspect to this. You can get those masks in different sizes with different prints, and sometimes you can even get funny masks that have like different patterns, for example, strawberries, dog or cat faces, or similar things on. So it is also being used as a fashion accessories, especially in Harajuku fashion, but also in different subcultures, for example, visual kei and sometimes goth as well. Now, as you can see, there's a broad variety of different masks here, and I can introduce all of them to you. There are a couple of funny ones in there and things that you might not expect, so let's have a look at these ones here.